My dear friends, the theme that we are reflecting today is that Jesus taught with authority. The word authority in Latin comes from the word auctoritas. Auctoritas in Latin means creator. And that is the root from which also the word author. If someone writes a new book with a new content, he is called the author. In other words, authority is deriving from the same word which would mean create. So when I author a book, that means I am creating. I am the creator of that particular book. Or when I write a song, when I compose lyrics, or when I compose a tune, or when I make a film, I am the creator of it. That means I have the authority. I have the authority would mean that something which did not exist before now is in existence because of what I have done. That is the meaning of creation. So when you write a book, when you write a poem, when you compose a song, you are the creator of that. That means you have the authority. You have the authority means the government and the law enforcing authorities will acknowledge and accept you as having sole power over it. That's why if I am not the author of my music, if I am not the author of my book and use it in public domain, then there is copyright issue. So author or someone who has authority is not copying or duplicating. He is creating something new. That is why Jesus had authority when he preached. He preached like someone who had authority. That means he did not copy anybody or he did not take somebody else's preaching. He is the creator. And when we look at the two words, many people have authority, but some people only have also the power. There is a difference between authority and power. Let me explain you with a small story. Once an officer, he wanted to go to a farmer's land, farming land, because he wanted to test the soil and the crops. And this land was fenced on all the directions and all the sides. But the farmer did not want this man, this officer, to enter into his farm. But then the officer showed a letter of authorization which says that he is appointed by the government so that he has the power, he has the permission to go to any part of the state and examine the soil and the crops. So even if the farmer was not willing, unwillingly he allowed the officer to get into his farm, and then after the officer enters in, the farmer closed the gates of his farm. And then after some time, the farmer, he let go, he released a ferocious bull that he has. And then the bull was very ferocious when it saw the officer. And then the officer tried to run, but he could not because everything is fenced. And the bull was running after him. And the officer ran to save his life. And he requested the farmer, to control the bull. Then the farmer said, you were showing that you had authority. You showed a letter to me. Why don't you show the same letter to the bull and protect your life? And we know the bull cannot understand a letter of authorization. So the officer here had the authority but not the power. He had the authority to go to the farm, but he did not have the power to control the bull. In contrast, only Jesus has both the authority as well as the power. He had the authority when he preached, and he exhibited his power when he healed this demon. That's why Jesus is endowed with both authority and power, unlike the officer that we have reflected upon in the story I just narrated. And when we look at the preaching style of Jesus, because today when Jesus taught them, when Jesus preached to them, everybody was astonished because he spoke with authority, he preached with authority. And when we examine the style of Jesus preaching, we come across 7 kinds or 7 characteristics in his preaching. First of all, in Mark 1:22, from today's gospel, we read that he preached with authority. And it is contrasted with that of the scribes, because the scribes did not have any message and they never spoke with any conviction. But on contrast, Jesus preached with authority. That is the first characteristic of his preaching. And the second thing, Jesus preached with boldness because he was not afraid of anyone. He called the king fox, go and tell that fox. And today we need this kind of boldness that the apostles had in Acts 4th chapter. When the apostles preached, they preached with boldness. That is the second characteristic of Jesus. And thirdly, even though he preached with boldness, his preaching was gracious. He preached with grace because he was full of grace and truth. We learn in John's Gospel chapter 1 verses 14 and 17, because his preaching was an expression of himself, because he is gracious and his preaching reflected and expressed that. And that's why, because his words were gracious, people came to listen to him in huge numbers. And the fourth characteristic is his teaching and preaching. We find simplicity. Though it was very profound, Jesus preached with so simplicity in stories and parables that even a common man, an illiterate man, uneducated people also could understand. And the great truths Jesus translated into simple stories. He did not use any big philosophies, but simple but profound. And the fifth characteristic is that Jesus was a unique teacher. He is unique because not only in what he has said, what he has taught, but the way he did it. We look up John 7 chapter verse 46. That the way he preached, the way he delivered his message was unique. And the sixth characteristic is his preaching was divine and life-giving. When the Samaritan woman was merely talking about physical water, Jesus was talking about spiritual water, a thirst that could be quenched forever, and the water which, if taken, you will never be thirsty again. That's what Jesus said. Therefore, the words of Jesus were divine and life-giving. And the last characteristic of Jesus' preaching was that the permanency of his words. The words of all other teachers are long forgotten, but Jesus' words remain forever. Matthew 24:35 and first letter of Peter chapter 1 verse 24 and 25. Because his words are permanent and everlasting. Everything may pass, but not his words. So these are the 7 characteristics of Jesus' preaching which made people wonder and which made also people contrast him with the other preachers of his day, namely the scribes. And therefore, as we have reflected, that Jesus not only had the authority, but he also had the power. He had authority when he preached, and that was shown in the power that he exercised when he cast out the demons in today's gospel. Therefore, brothers and sisters, let's acknowledge the authority and the power of Jesus, which is shown not only by the way he preached, but by the way how he preached and what he did. Amen.